Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Prison Architects. We are about to start the 5th campaign level called Bootstraps. A historic prison is scheduled for demolition and replacement. Use all the skills you've learned to create the ultimate facility. The ultimate facility, mind you. Welcome to CNDC News. Today on CNCD News, a special report into the state of our prisons. It's 2 years since the infamous siege at Alcanico claimed so many lives, including that of Chief Executive Charles Wallace. Today we hear from leading experts and ask what, if anything, has changed since those tragic events. First we go live to one of the state's longest running prisons, recently scheduled for demolition. Live now, only on CNDC News. This looks familiar. Thank you, Sarah. This prison has housed some of the country's most notorious criminals. But now its walls are being torn down, ready to be replaced by a new prison complex. If you look behind me, you can see that the construction crews are already here and demolition work has begun. Joining me is City Major Calvin Heller. Thank you, Mr. Heller, for taking the time to talk to us today. It's my pleasure. In the past, you've been a strong advocate of a tougher, more disciplined approach to prison management. Why demolish a facility which has defined for so long the punitive approach? Both the prison and its operation had become antiquated. We took the decision to replace it with an entirely new facility, one with a more modern policy. This prison was in the news a few years ago as one of the last remaining state execution facilities. Campaigners have long sought to revoke the death penalty laws here. Will you honor their wishes, or will you rebuild the execution facility? That's still under review, but it's not a decision we'll take lightly. Thank you, Major Heller. Back to you in the studio. This is CNDC News, reporting live on the state of our prison system. After the break, we'll be joined by Dr. Walter Hurst, a specialist in prisoner psychology and rehabilitation. Let me congratulate you on your appointment as CEO. This is an opportunity, a fresh start. You'll have complete autonomy, more or less. More prisoners, higher reoffending rates. You have a lot of challenges ahead of you. As for the death row facility, tear it down, or keep it. Make some use out of it. It's really up to you. Somebody else will take up that business if you won't. As for objectives, I'm giving you the same as I gave to your predecessor. Profits, reoffending rates, capacity. It's entirely up to you how you achieve them. One last thing. The previous CEO, Charles Wallace, left behind a letter that he used to give out to any new prison architect who joined the firm. He had some good advice. You may find it useful to take a look. Good luck. Well, that's a whole lot of nothing right around here. Alright, there's a challenge. So, our objectives, let's see, raise money through the grant system, build a prison, at least 100 inmates, remain a bank balance of at least 60,000, so we actually have to make money here, and have a net positive cash flow. Well, we have that done, but we might not be in that position anytime soon. So I've took the liberty and done some planning again, because that's probably the most boring part to look at, so let's load a save game for that, which should be only a few minutes later, because I did most of that in pause mode, if I did it correctly, of course. A few hours earlier, probably because I skipped the cutscenes, so that's good. So there's a lot of lines over here. So let me go over the plans. I'm trying to build an indoor prison this time. That sounds like an exciting experiment. Might not work out all that amazing, but we'll just give it a try. I want to build a fence around all of the area as soon as possible, because that sounds like a worthwhile investment. We have the cells right up here. There should be room for 100 inmates if I counted correctly, but we'll get to that later. To the left here, I want a high security compartment for my prisoners with a canteen and all the necessary other areas. There's going to be a yard which separates between the high security and the mid security. A kitchen, a canteen, a visitation room, storage room moves indoors. Plenty of doors to allow movement between kitchen and deliveries and all that kind of thing. Might have room for a workshop somewhere in here, but that's something we'll check out later. I haven't filled in all the details, but I have a general idea of what I'm going to do. So let's get started. First thing to do is take a look at our grant list, because that's where most of our money will be coming from. So grants, we have government grants coming in. So we get an amount of money to accomplish basic tasks. So, for example, basic detention center. Build a holding cell, build a shower, a yard, kitchen, canteen, hire 2 guards, hire 2 cooks, and we get a 20,000 advance and 10,000 more when we complete it. So those are all a pretty good incentive to follow the objectives, basically, and also give you a little bit of a head start concerning cash. So that's pretty good. So a holding cell. I'm not quite sure where the best place for that is going to be. Perhaps this looks like a good idea, I think. So let's try over here. For now, we'll do everything outdoors and then build in the foundations later. That might not be the best of ideas, but we'll tackle that when we get there. Of course, that will need a door. So a large steel door. Let me see, over here. Alright. We'll need to build some fences, of course, because otherwise all of our prisoners will be escaping. Oh, I already queued the fences for all around the facility, so that's pretty nice. We'll build some road gates here. I'm not quite sure how they work yet, but I've never used them in the past, so that's going to be interesting. Actually, we'll start expanding the foundation right away, I think. That's probably a good idea. So let's just build it like something like this. That's probably good enough. Oh, I can't build it right there, so let's expand this one. No, let's not. So, canteen. Canteen will come here. Kitchen will be here. We'll expand this part. This is probably a bad idea. Oh, alright. This can be a little confusing. Alright, indoor prisons, bad. Don't do indoor prisons. It might look pretty, but it's a pain in the behind to build. Okay, alright, basic detention center. Let's take this grant. So we now have 20,000 more. That's pretty great. Cancellation costs, oh boy, and a fine. Okay. So if I decide not to take this grant after all, or I might decide that it may cost me more than it will actually give me, then I can cancel it, but that will cost me. Holding cell will have to have a shower, so let's start building the first cell complex also. Like this, and we can build the remaining cells later, I think. Or maybe just queue them up already, like that. That should give our workers something to work with, so that should be good. Yard will be around here. So for now, I think let's extend the hallway first. Oh, we'll do everything in blocks. That's a real good way to go about it, I think. It's probably not. And build some more fences around here. I will. Let's just make the concrete walls, because I've built foundations over fences in the past, and that just gets really ugly really fast. So this will be our yard over here. That will probably need a a door. That's what that's called, a door. This will need a door. I will have a door over here, sure, and a door to the yard. Not jail doors. I think prisoners should be free to enter the yard at will. That's going to cut down on staff costs, at least. An administration center also sounds like a good idea. I've planned some rooms for offices down here, so that should be good. Build 2 offices, hire an accountant and a warden, and unlock finance. So we'll take that one and build some offices down here. Speed it up a little. Expand this hallway down. And this one. Should probably also build the storage here, but I will do that when most of these rooms are finished. And we can get a warden's office. I think this should be the warden's office, and this can be the accountant's. So that should do with the next grant. All of our grants also appear right here. And that cost me a lot of money already. I have a lot of cash in foundation building and all that sort of stuff. But this should be the majority of the work that should be done. Let's hire some more workmen already, because workmen are very important right at the start. More workmen. Guess I'll take 5 more. There's a lot of work to be done, so it's kind of important to get it done as soon as possible. This room is already done. It looks kind of funny. Yes, this is starting to look okay. This guy's working on the fence. He's by his lonesome, I think. These 4 guys are also working. That's not very efficient, guys. Can I just move you off over here or something? And you, or will you just start going back to the fence immediately? No, you won't. Alright, that's pretty good. So we're getting started here. Let's build some walls to fence off this area. That's the disadvantage of building an indoor prison, of course. This is going to be the kitchen, so the kitchen will probably need a door to the deliveries area. I planned that out, but I think something might have gone wrong. Not sure here. Not entirely sure. Not sure what this fence is doing here either. It's kind of ugly. Oh, my offices are already done, so let's slow it down a bit. Build some concrete walls over here to divide the offices of my warden and my accountant. This should be the holding cell for now. Oh, not over here. Cancel this one. Alright, don't pause it. Yeah, that's most of the prison done. That's pretty nice. So let's eliminate the planning here, I think. Oh no, let's build a shower first. So we need a shower for the guys in the holding cell, and I don't like building holding cells with showers built in, really. I don't like holding cells at all. But they're good for the overflow of prisoners when you accidentally hire too many allow too many prisoners to come into your prison, and it's basically an overflow. So maybe I should build a shower in here. That's actually not that bad of an idea. Let's do it like this. So we can have a holding cell over here. Let's assign that. This is going to be the holding cell. That's the minimum size, right? Minimum size 5, so that's fine. Have a shower over here. Oh, I did not think of any space for my generators yet. So that's something... what's a good location for that? Right around the heavy security. I should probably just make some room over here. Yeah, let me quickly plan that. If I Extend the fence like this. Do I have enough room here? Oh, that looks okay, I think. Auto-saving. Alright. This is not enough to build an actual building here, but if I build it like this, maybe extend it a little. I just want it to be pretty over here. So just make it a little bigger so it can also hold the water. That should be fine, I think. So, like this, yeah. I think that's okay. It's not ideal, but nothing is really... So this should be fine. Let's build the foundation here. I do want to have them indoors. So, boom. That's where my electricity and water is going to be. Let's build some more walls over here to section off my canteen. Probably needs a door to the kitchen also. Well, maybe not. Oh, thank you, antivirus. Yes, you need an update. Postpone. Let's do that later. So there will be a shower over there. Probably need some more objects here, like a drain. So the holding cell won't get drowned. Needs a toilet and a bench, so let's have some toilets. Probably should section that off as well for some privacy, but who cares about privacy when it's prisoners, right? That's not the mentality you should have to run a prison, by the way. So a bench, we can have a couple of beds in the holding cell too, sure. I don't expect there to be more than 5 prisoners in the holding cell, so that should be okay. We need some objects in the actual canteen here. And we need to build the offices. So offices first. Office. This is going to be an office, and this one as well. Another office. So we need a desk, a filing cabinet, and a chair. There we go, that should do for the offices. So now let's hire a warden and then start unlocking finance. So as soon as my warden actually has an office, I suppose he will start, yes, required office, that I can imagine. So the kitchen will need some appliances. So this is a kitchen and a canteen. So this is the canteen. Welcome, guys. Boom. And the kitchen over here. Oh, there we go. If you assign the rooms first, it's a little easier to actually find the objects in the object list. So that's kind of useful. And let's have a few tables around here. Like this. Boom, boom, boom. And some benches. That should do for... no more money. Oh boy. I may have been a little ambitious here, but let's just take a few more rounds. Basic detention center is almost done, I think. Well, yeah, as soon as all those objects arrive. 2 offices, warden, finance, accountant, almost done, right? Health and well-being, they are locked? Oh, because I can only take so many at once, right? So is the chair coming? So my warden can start... Oh, there's the chairs. All right. I do have to hire an accountant first, though. Ooh, I might be in a little bit of trouble here. Might have been a little too ambitious. Yes, I might have. So where can I get any money? Yes. So that's what happens when you're a little bit too ambitious right at the start. We do get 210 per day, so that should be okay, I guess, maybe. Oh, alright. Wow. Warden. Is that you? You're looking like you could lose some weight, my friend. So finance is working, alright. Then we need to hire an accountant. It costs 1,000 to hire an accountant, oh boy. And then we might take some loans. That costs another 5,000, oh boy. Oh boy, that's not looking good. So can we please... There's a door, right? Why is this not enclosed? There's a door here. Does it need a door to the shower? No, I don't think it does, right? Oh, maybe I should not... yes, that's probably it. I should not have this labeled as a shower, but rather also as holding cell. So that's the holding cell done. A shower, we can have a shower here. Whoops. Let's speed it up a little. See if we get any money anytime soon, because I do need a shower head for this to actually function as a shower. So this is my shower. My shower is amazing. Shower's over here. Alright. This is really bad, guys. Whoops. 2 guards, 2 cooks. Oh, that's not going to happen. No, I need to hire an accountant and I get another 5,000. So this is a little awkward. This is a little awkward. Can I sell some stuff? I can chop down some trees, right? Dismantle the trees. Dismantle all the trees. There's only 1 tree around here. Oh, there's another tree. Because those can be sold. And selling trees is good. That gives us a little more money. Dismantle the trees. I'll make a tiny export area over here. Exports. Where is it? Oh, I can't. Where's the export? Exports. Alright. Boom. So you can bring the wood over there. Yes. So that's a little more cash. Alright. We'd have to waste an entire day. That's really sad. So that's what you get for being a little too ambitious. 2 large areas, yes. Need a door for my electricity. Oh, this is a mess, guys. Alright, too ambitious. Let's just try that over. This is going to take too long. So that's how you shouldn't tackle building a prison, especially not an indoor one. Wow.